Oh boy, it's time to see what's so great about 2022 so far. But first, I want to say a few words about my Patreon. If you pledge $2 a month, you get into my Discord server. If you pledge $5 a month, you see my videos before everyone else. If we get to $400 a month, I rank every year-end number 4. I can't monetize this channel because of all the copyrighted content, so if you like what I do and you want to support, click the link below. Alright, let's get to the festivities already. Is it fair to call 2022 a letdown?
Stop taking drugs at the sin in the sun. How you gonna blame me? I give a cabana.
I mean, we are only halfway through the year, and we are just now finally starting to get some new stuff. So, if we're looking at just the numbers and shit, you might be tempted to call it a disappointing year. But there's an old saying, quality over quantity. It shouldn't really matter how much we get. What matters is what we get. So, looking at it from that standpoint, would I say 2022 has been a down year so far? Well, I will say the crop from this year hasn't really been as high quality as the crops from the past few years, but what it is quality. And in a year like this, that's something I will take. So, let's try this whole being thankful for what we got thing. We're looking at...
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. Having fucking cool time.
Just when we thought we were safe, here comes a Post Malone album bomb.
I'm about to pull out.
I'll say this, I get the appeal of Post Malone. I can't say I'm much of a fan, mind you. He does have some songs I don't care for very much. But as a whole, I like him. I do.
Oh girl, I like you. I do. I wanna be a friend, go shopping in a Benz.
This is a nice sounding song that truly lives up to its name. I Like You parentheses a happier song. Not to be confused with I Cannot Be parentheses a sadder song, which...
I cannot be what you want me, what you want me, what you want me to be.
yeah, I would definitely say that song is pretty damn sad. But this list is about positivity.
Girl, I know you only like it fancy.
I love how this sounds. It's got that smooth, fluttery feeling, and the chords here, I don't know if they have a name, but I like to call them the love song chords.
We went over to France and we woke up in Japan.
Because you just hear them and you think of love. And the lyrics are just as nice.
Now that I'm famous, I got hoes all around me.
I mean, for one, that line is kinda relatable. Oh, if only you knew how many e-girls have been throwing themselves at me since I started this channel. You can't prove I'm lying.
Honey, someone shared his heart with me.
But he just needs that one special someone in his life. And for this song, that special someone appears to be Doja Cat.
Let me know when you're free, cause I've been trying to hit it all week, babe.
You know, it's easy to listen to this and think of it as Doja Cat wanting sex time with Post Malone. But I don't know. I hear lines like this.
I just got a feeling that we might be friends for a long, long time.
And then this one in the hook.
I wanna be a friend, go shopping in a Benz.
And what I'm getting is, this isn't a song about being friends or lovers. This is a song about being fuck buddies.
Your heart's so big, but that ass is huge.
Just two good friends with the benefit of casual sex. And you know what? I'm okay with this. No strings attached, like they're not gonna get married or anything. It's just friendly fun. So cheers to all the BFFs. Best friends that fuck.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
Hey, remember this?
Won't you hold me close, baby? I'll go up.
Yeah, that already forgotten, droning, boring song that sampled Bruno Mars talking to the moon. I had it on a worse list and I don't even remember it. Why would I? It's just nothingness watering down an old Bruno Mars song. Someone's got to show this kid how it's done. I don't really understand why that song's suddenly gotten big recently, but this crushing drill beat really makes it sound awesome. It actually reminds me a lot of Dior. The guy even sounds like Pop Smoke. As much as I like this sound, I'm really sad that Pop Smoke went out the way he did. This is definitely the kind of thing he would have put out now had he been alive. I've said before that I saw drill being the sound of the 2020s, and this may not be doing well now. But if we keep getting bangers like this, I'm all for it. The only thing that's really keeping this low on the list is the single cover, which is just, Elon Musk is a fuckface, everyone. Can we all just stop acknowledging his existence? But even so, this absolutely does go, how you say, bang, zoom, right to the moon.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. If you got a chance, take it.
I mentioned in that last video that 2022 has been a surprisingly strong year for country. And this is coming from someone who busts on this genre a lot. But that doesn't mean I won't recognize the good country music that exists.
Yeah, baby, I love you like I love country music.
Take this new one from Kane Brown, which is just him saying, "Girl, I love you like I love country music." Yeah, it's kind of stupid, but it's kind of cute about it though. And he's going through all these old country references. It's almost like a love letter to the genre. But that's nothing compared to this customer service letter to the genre.
Damn straight, you're killing me, man.
This one's about how Scotty has always been a huge fan of George Strait, but he can't listen to those songs because they remind me of you. Or him of her. Her being the one who left.
Nobody in his right mind would have left her. That was her favorite song.
Now, I'm not a George Strait fan by any means, but the sentiment hits all the same. We all have those songs that we just can't listen to anymore because of memories. For example, here's a song I can't enjoy anymore. 'Cause it reminds me of the lost love of my life. This was our song. That was obviously a joke. I never had a love of my life. But you see what I'm getting at, right?
But do I wish I could get her back? Damn straight.
Yeah, I may not be much for country music, but I can still feel this one just as much as an old school country boy does. And of course, that play on words in the title is just wonderful. Damn straight indeed.
She sang along every time it came on.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
There's more sides to the story, I'ma tell everybody.
Hello again, Doja Cat. Nice to hear you rap about something other than doing Post Malone.
You ain't nothing but a dog player, I get it.
I gotta start by giving props for sampling the original Big Mama Thornton version of Hound Dog rather than the Elvis version. Not to mention the video getting a cameo from the woman who plays her in that new Elvis biopic this is from.
Keep the clean in my Jeep and put that Yeezy in your teeth.
This beat is booming, and it goes so well with Doja going off on that pathetic excuse of a man who wasted her time. And boy, does she ever go off.
Count them sheep. Time by Z, R.I.P.
Best part of the song, hands down. My only complaint is, even the version on Spotify is censored.
Meaning when you said you live in a dream, we could keep that sleeping.
I don't know why, but there seems to be no unbleeped version. Even Genius doesn't show the swears in the lyrics.
I know you got some other you want it, I get it.
Why do this? We're in the year 2022. I thought we would have been desensitized to this by now. Wait, what the is going on? Am I getting bleeped now? Oh God, it's happening. The language police have arrived. Everyone stash your swears. Okay, but other than that, yeah, I like this one. It's Vegas sounding enough to live up to its title for sure.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
What's going on, mama? Something just dawned on me.
Oh, Morgan Wallen, you are an enigma. Every time I start to lose faith in you, you do this.
I thought you should know that all those prayers you thought you wasted on me.
I've been very up and very down on Morgan Wallen. This is one of those songs where he shows his true potential, and I listen and I get why he's well liked even with non-country fans. Here he's calling his mother to let her know he's doing okay. I think that's a sentiment I can feel for sure.
Yeah, I'm still proud of where I came from. Still on the dance song. Can you believe I'm on the radio?
Speaking as someone who lost their mother a couple of years ago, yeah, this one puts a tear and a half in my beer. It's always good to check in with your family and friends and loved ones every now and then, no matter how famous you get. Letting them know how you've grown and changed and found yourselves and all that. What with times changing and all.
You've been losing sleep since 93.
There's something about Morgan Wallen where he can take something simple like this and make it really mean something. So yeah, I don't hate Morgan. Just thought you should know.
The bus is leaving, so I gotta roll. Just thought you should know. Thought you should know. Thought you should know.
And hey, I thought you should know it's time for a word from our sponsor. So it's Friday night and you're alone again. You've tried all of the dating apps only to come up bust. You just wish there was a way you can meet someone you can feel close to. Well, now there is. Introducing Family Date, the incest dating app. What's going on? Wait, hold up. I see something here. Okay, it appears this video sponsored had just gotten raided by the Haitian army and has been forced to cease operations. Well shit, there's 50 good I'm never gonna be seeing now. Let's just move on.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
Oh goodness, look at the time. It's thick 30.
It's bad bitch o'clock, yeah, it's thick 30.
This slaps. I knew as soon as I saw her performing this on SNL that it was gonna be on my best list.
It's about damn time, turn up the music.
And well, here it is. The way it sounds, I don't think there's a name for this kind of disco, but I'm gonna call it Studio 54 music because it sounds a lot like what I'd hear at that place. I mean, you all hear it, right? Please tell me you hear it so that I don't sound stupid.
Turn up the music, let's celebrate.
Every element sounds perfect here. That beat, that guitar, the slap bass, the flutes.
I'm gonna be okay.
Oh, and especially that sequence of chimes. I don't know why, but it really brings the whole thing together. I mean, I know nothing about music theory or sound engineering or any of that, but I know it works, and this does.
Oh, I've been so down and under pressure.
And going back to talking about how you've grown and changed and stuff, there's one line in particular that sums this feeling up better than anything.
I'm not the girl I was or used to be. Bitch, I might be better.
It's perfect. You're not saying you are better, because that's kind of pushing your luck a little, but saying you might be better? Now that might be confidence.
Let's celebrate.
More than anything, I like what this represents. After 1 year of pandemic and 1 year of vaccines, we're now in a year of everything reopening and coming back. I mean, we still gotta deal with COVID, but it's not raging as hard as it used to. And when I think about everyone finally busting out of their quarantine and going out and consuming all the things we took for granted, it is this that plays in my head. As the lady says, it's about damn time we actually got some new stuff on the charts for once.
It's about damn time.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
Oh, fuck yes.
In the whip on a Tuesday night with the music high.
Calvin Harris making actual literal funk is something I never expected.
How can anyone get tired?
I sure as hell didn't expect it back in 2017, but he pulled it off surprisingly well with Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1. And now he's finally going back for another round.
Late night conversations, electric emotion.
I said I considered the last one as Studio 54 music. This would probably be more late night Studio 54 music, when everyone's already way past coked out of their minds.
Sprinkle with a little bit of sex appeal, and it's a moment.
This is what I imagine the music would sound like to them. I mean, I only ever tried cocaine once. Made me dizzy and disoriented. I actually don't recommend it at all.
And you're by my side.
But this sound really fits Dua. A lot better than Sweetest Pie, which kinda fit her style, I guess.
Top down and the moon is high.
But this is more what I think of when I think of a Dua Lipa song made by Calvin Harris.
One kiss is all it takes.
Oh yeah, there was this 90s dance throwback too. You know what? Maybe these two should form a supergroup.
Like LeBron James in the finals.
Or should I say these three, because I can't forget to mention hashtag Free Young Thug. His flow sounds pretty good here. But what I really like is this part.
Feeling flat tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just the way he's, like, sounding. That's a surprisingly good use of your Young Thug.
Late night conversation.
Overall, I'll take more of this. I'll drink my quote-unquote potion to that.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
Alright, I'm gonna play for you an old David Bowie song. This is Modern Love, the first track off his Let's Dance album. Love how energetic it is, but it's Bowie's personality that really shines here. Man, if only this generation could have a David Bowie of its own. Who would have guessed that guy would be Harry Styles?
You know it's not the same as it was.
I mean, this could be mistaken for a Bowie song, maybe? Alright, so Harry Styles is now officially the next big thing.
Holding me back.
If nothing else, he has definitely taken the fact that his last name is Styles and running with it.
Seems you cannot be replaced.
I like what he's doing though. It's kinda cynical to think that he's making desperation moves so that people can see him as more than just the guy from One Direction. But even if it is, this being a number one in America proves that it's working.
As it was.
The synth in this sounds especially great. Going back to Modern Love comparison, I brought that one up because this has the same kind of, I want to say, energy as Modern Love.
In this world.
Except instead of struggling to put your faith in love, this is more about struggling to put your faith in love and also probably divorce. I mean, there are lines that put that image into your head. But I think more than that, it's just about change. How things tend to change, whether it be over 2 years or 20, and it's just not gonna be the same as it was. So we just gotta move away from what it was, I guess.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
I drove circles around this town.
Have I mentioned that this has been a strong year for country? Because goddamn, this has been a strong year for country.
Till you can't.
Everyone keeps talking about Till You Can't. That one's fine. But for me, the country song of 2022 so far is Circles Around This Town.
Did a couple bad demos on a burn CD. Would take me all the way to Tennessee.
A little number from Maren Morris about trying to make it out in Nashville as a singer and songwriter. Speaking as a YouTuber, yeah, I've been trying to write circles around this platform.
Trying to ride circles around this town.
This is just your classic going out and taking on that world with the few things you got. Because when you're an adult, it's no cliche, it's the truth. Especially when you're trying to make your mark on it.
Couple hundred songs and the ones that finally worked was the one about a car and the one about a church.
Well, there was also the one about the middle and the one about the bones. But those aren't actual country songs.
And got my ass kicked trying to compete with.
You know, I hate to use another cliche, but this song is more about how it's the journey, not the destination.
I've been kind, I've been ruthless.
You always need something to remind you of how you got to where you were. Still driving circles around this town. Trying to write circles around this town. And now let's write a few more circles around this platform.
Hold my hand, you can cry.
As far as ballads related to Top Gun movies go, this is better than Take My Breath Away. Sorry, 80s fans. Take My Breath Away is fucking trash. I will not argue with anyone about this.
Never say never with you. I end up together with you.
People assume that just because I had it in dishonorable mentions meant that I didn't like it. Even after I said that I actually did. So, fine. I guess I'm gonna tell you what I do like about it.
When it comes to her,
When it comes to him,
never again.
Like, people often ask, if your relationship is so toxic, why do you stay with each other? Well, maybe both parties think the other one is worth all the fussing and the fighting. Maybe they're just too used to each other. Maybe they just like Stockholm Syndrome. Whatever it is, these two morons deserve each other. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I was so close to having this on the list, mostly because of the video. It's also got a nice groove to it.
I've been playing beats cause I ain't playing to be stuck with you.
Considering certain things that happened, yeah, I think we're all popping a lot of Plan Bs right about now. I haven't listened to the new Bad Bunny album, but I've heard a few tracks from it and this was my fave. Also, Luke Bryan, if you're watching, take note. This is how you do a 360-degree video. Just stick the camera in one place and let the viewer move around freely. Not very hard to do.
We can go our separate ways right now. You can move on with your life.
Fuck you, nigga, you love a bitty.
I have listened to the new Kendrick album, and 95 was okay. This would have been very high on the list had it still charted. Especially with that hook.
Bitch.
Fuck you, nigga.
Nah, fuck you, bitch.
Nah, fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you, bitch.
Nah, fuck you, nigga.
This is probably the realest use of fuck you I've ever heard. We got both kinds of K-pop here, Gangnam Style and BTS style. Good luck with those solo careers, by the way. See you in 10 years for the reunion. This is a song about getting rid of your truck because it reminds you too much of your ex. I like that. We could use more songs like this.
I need a new truck.
This is a song about getting rid of your truck because it reminds you too much of your ex. Well then.
That's where I find a glimpse of us.
Holy shit, Filthy Frank made the top 10? Well, maybe 2022 won't be such a letdown after all.
I'm second to none.
Okay, so if Filthy Frank can make the top 10, can we get Geno Samuel to start charting? This guy is really good at crafting music. I especially like this part. Just awesome. Continuing with our never charting portion, I really like Snail's House, and I especially like how this sounds exactly like what you'd expect from something called Biscuit Funk. Wait, what the fuck is this doing here? I mean, it's great, but it's also like nearly 40 years old. Why is... Oh, of course, Stranger Things. I should have known. Well, anyway, wouldn't it be crazy if this went to number 1? Could it happen? Should it happen? I think we all know the answer to that. And now back to the actual current year.
You got me stuck on the thought of you.
Hey guys! Did you hear that Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes broke up?
You said you hated the ocean, but you're surfing now.
Well, they did. The two of them dealt with it by releasing singles that may or may not be about it, and both of them are on the charts right now.
I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone.
This one from Shawn Mendes, When You're Gone, literally the only thing keeping it from being a contender on the worst list is I really love that 80s synthwave thing going on. And the only thing keeping it from being a contender for this list is the lyrics are just blah. Either way, Camila came out swinging and then some with her single.
Now I'm out dancing with strangers.
It's about how I'm free and happy and can do whatever the fuck I want to. I don't know why, well I probably do, but I always tend to gravitate towards these kinds of songs. The songs that make being alone fun. So much fun it makes you wanna bam bam. I'll admit, the title turned me off a bit at first. But when I actually listened to it, I was impressed with how well it worked. Like, just the way it sounds, this is a hook that really brings a feeling of happy fun to it. And what are you doing here, Ed Sheeran?
Where would I be? You're all that I need, my world, baby. You.
I did talk some shit about how Ed sounds out of place while not sounding like himself. The last time he and Camila collaborated, he did not sound like he really belonged there. But let's see how this go-around goes.
Just wouldn't take anything back.
I still love it.
So I guess he can fit into this sound. Now that I think about it, this is very close to Ed being Ed.
It's been a hell of a year, thank God we made it out.
But more than anything, it's the tone that makes this. Ed's line about it being a hell of a year, this is what plays in my mind when thinking about how we made it out. And here we are, taking all the crap that we have been through so far and just tossing it all away, while taking on whatever crap is gonna come our way. The 2020s are still not looking great, but we just gotta bam through it all like bam, 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 bam. Want to take it from here, Peter?
Bam! 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 You want to take it from here, Bam Bam?
Bam, 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 bam.
You want to take it from here, Emerald? Bam!
So, yeah, let's just do that.